So UMG has responded to Drake and all of his super soft shenanigans and this lawsuit that he has levied against them. And before I get into that, I was trying to think as I was reading through the lawsuit, I was trying to think of what are the softest things I've ever seen or ever heard of. And then I thought back to my childhood and boom, it hit me. The Care Bears. This is something that Drake fits into perfectly because you got the characters here. What do you got? You got in the middle, you got the cheer bear there with the rainbow on the stomach. And then on the edge there, the blue one, you got the grumpy bear, right? With the cloud. And then you got the cousins above, they different animals. And you got the raccoon is Bright Heart Raccoon. I had to look all this up, by the way. But anyway, the Brave Heart Lion. And then I thought Aubrey would fit right in here because bam. Now, the easiest thing to call him, his name would be Bitch Bear, right? But that's too easy. That doesn't fit exactly who he is totally with this lawsuit. So I came up with, and he's OV-hoes, right? They're owls. So I came up with the name Accusation Owl because not only is he accusing a bunch of people of a bunch of different things, UMG, Kendrick Lamar, content creators in this lawsuit, he has a bunch of accusations that have always been levied against him throughout his career, which is why I hope this thing goes to trial so UMG can dig all of those things up and put this soft ninja back in his pajama clothes where he belongs. Let's get into it. All right, let's get right into it. UMG has responded to Drake and this lawsuit that he has levied against them for their promotion of the song by Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, smash hit, the hit of this decade for sure so far. So let's get right into the response. First, Universal Music Group states, not only are these claims untrue, but the notion that we would seek to harm the reputation of any artist, let alone Drake, is illogical. We have invested massively in his music, and our employees around the world have worked tirelessly for many years to help him achieve historic commercial and personal financial success. Throughout his career, Drake has intentionally and successfully used UMG to distribute his music and poetry, to engage in conventionally outrageous back and forth rap battles, to express his feelings about other artists. Now he seeks to weaponize the legal process, to silence an artist's creative expression, and to seek damages from UMG for distributing that artist's music. We have not and do not engage in defamation against any individual. At the same time, we will vigorously defend this litigation to protect our people and our reputation, as well as any artist who might directly or indirectly become a frivolous litigation target for having done nothing more than write a song. UMG is in this 10 toes down with Kendrick Lamar and just artists in general, really, because that's what's pretty much on the line here is artistic expression. If Drake was to win this lawsuit some way, somehow, people would just be suing for songs all over the place. You can never really write about anything, and then it would go into other types of expression. This could leak into whether it be film or whether it be writing, literature. This could go on and on and on because you would have to watch everything you put forth artistically to see if it, like as they said in their statement, to see if it can be weaponized against you or the publisher or anybody or any company having to do with the distribution of that art. Okay, this is, again, the most selfish, self-serving, softest thing I think I've ever seen an artist do. Now, one thing I do love is that it attacked parts of the lawsuit directly, and it also added some things that the lawsuit failed to mention. Now, when we go to section 31, I believe, through 36 of the lawsuit, okay, which is titled, section A is titled, Drake is internationally recognized as a multi-talented rap superstar. UMG is plainly stating that, yeah, he is that because we're responsible for him being that. Everything that he's alleging in the lawsuit that was tactics to hype this song, we've been doing that for him for over a decade. And he fails to mention that in this part. When we go to section 31, Drake's career spans 2 decades. While Drake first rose to fame in the early 2000s as the star of a hit Canadian teen drama television series, Degrassi, the next generation, the rapper Drake is now known worldwide. What Degrassi has to do with his music career and this lawsuit, it has nothing to do with it. So his lawyers, you need to get some better lawyers. Section 32, Drake is one of the world's best-selling music artists of all time. Again, as who's responsible for that? Is he solely responsible for that, or is UMG's promotion of him and getting him songwriters and giving him a budget for ghostwriters and giving him a budget to change his appearance, change his vernacular, change his style, change his background story, all of those things that they've done to make this guy into a quote unquote rap superstar? How can that be left out? See, you shouldn't even mention that in this lawsuit, because it's not like UMG is not a huge part of his success. Okay? They continue in section 32. Drake is one of the world's best-selling music artists of all time. Some of Drake's biggest hits include Hotline Bling, One Light, One Dance. Between 2010 and 2024, Drake released 8 studio albums with more than 170 million albums sold, 244 million singles sold. Drake has 13 number one hits on Billboard 100. Again, who's responsible for all that? And then another mistake that they made in the lawsuit that UMG, you can tell they're going to highlight in their response and in their defense, is section 34. Drake's professional and entrepreneurial endeavors extend beyond music. In 2012, Drake founded the Canadian-based record label OVO Sound, which has signed artists including Party Next Door, Majid Jordan, Smiley, and Naomi Sharon. Now I'm gonna do my best Owl impression. Who, and we kind of know who Party Next Door is. But besides all that, how are you able to found a record label? Who helped you do that if it wasn't Universal Music Group? And none of those artists that you signed have been successful. So that speaks against your ability and your greatness as a music artist without the help of Universal Music Group and all these things that they did that you allege to defame you, and not just the normal business of promoting the artistic work that they're invested into to make money off of. That's their whole business, not to defame people. That's why I love their response. Their response kind of nullifies this, but his lawyers, in reading through this, are goofy enough, because they probably need some money too, to go through with the lawsuit. And this is going to be shut down, I think, pretty easily and pretty quickly. Because just if you look at the structure of section 34, they talk about his endeavors that extend beyond music. And the first thing that they name is him starting a record label based around musicians and musical artists. So this, Drake, you're getting everything you deserve. You're in trouble with this lawsuit. Reading through this lawsuit, there's a lot of holes in it. That last sentence or last two sentences of Universal's response, where they say we will vigorously defend this litigation to protect our people and our reputation, as well as any artist who might directly or indirectly become a frivolous litigation target for having done nothing more than write a song, which you have done many times, which I'm glad they mentioned that in the second part of their response. You're suing for something you've done. So if you win, be prepared for all these lawsuits to come your way. Meek Mill should be first in line. And then behind Whitney, behind Triple X Tentacion's family, behind Rihanna, A$AP Rocky, Rick Ross. You've alleged a lot of things about a lot of people. Kanye West, Pusha T, his fiance, all of them should be in line to sue you if you win this lawsuit. You didn't even think about that. That's why the lawsuit doesn't make any sense. Okay, the first petition for discovery, as far as their tactics of marketing and them having some kind of collusion relationship with Spotify, that didn't make any sense, because you being one of the biggest artists, or the biggest artist with all these accolades that you put in this lawsuit, you would have had to have benefited from that. So again, you would be telling on yourself and suing somebody for doing something they did for you as well. Doesn't make any sense. And I'm so glad that this is happening, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm disappointed in myself. Not that I was a big Drake fan, but I do like his music. Okay, I didn't know much about him away from the music. Like I said, the battle highlighted a lot for me. But I'm so glad this happened, because if this guy continued to reign and all of his little underlings continued to reign, hip hop was over with. It was over. Okay, and his career was on the decline anyway, already. That's why he was releasing albums, trying to release so much music so fast, and having 1,000 ghostwriters, 1,000 more ghostwriters. Now he picking off the young people who coming up. and stealing their songs, and it's leaking out. So I'm so glad that UMG is going to fight this and take this lawsuit through if they continue with it. You know what I'm saying? I can see Drake and them dropping this once they see the public scrutiny, because, and I'm going to do, like I said, this is only another part. This is just about the response. I'm going to do other videos because him attacking content creators, of course, that is something I'm going to speak about. You know, how dare you spin us YouTubers and everybody who creates content. They went after people who post on Instagram, people who make TikToks that have nothing to do with rap or the battle, that just use the song in the background. Like, it's crazy. That was a big mistake. And when I get to that video, I'll tell you why. But anyway, that's the end of this video, y'all. Thank y'all for watching as always. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Also, shout out to Charlie H for donating to the channel. Really appreciate that. And shout out to everybody who's ever super chatted or donated to the channel. Shout out to everybody who subscribed, that we hit that 10K subscribers. I want to thank y'all again for that. And for those who've been asking, the Lyrics Explained videos are coming up. The High U Daylight should be tomorrow or the next day, if not tomorrow. Definitely the rest of GNX is coming up. Any requests, let me know in the comments below. As always, thank y'all for watching, and we out.